Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear all I say, but watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hello, we are live. It is Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and welcome. Hey there, almost Dab. I'm glad to see you and happy to have you lurk in my stream. That'd be awesome. Definitely. I was just throwing makeup on real quick, and you'll never believe this, but I actually did something crazy. I put my eyeliner on with a Games and Gears brush. I guess they're good for something. Boom! Anyway. Hey, Geeky Girl Games, how are you? Don't put your eyeliner on with the brush. That's not a good idea. It's not health conscious. Anyway, thank you guys for putting up with my very bad disorganization this whole week. We've basically been recovering from jet lag. Today I feel really, really good. I've been sleeping almost all through the night, and I think I'm pretty much back to normal. It's 4 o'clock and I haven't felt like I needed a nap. Whereas you guys remember, I think it was last Wednesday and then Monday I was like a mess. So hello everybody. Okay, let's look at what I'm going to be painting today. I'm going to turn my heater off so I don't sit and sweat in front of you guys. Let's do overhead. So we've been painting Zarbag's Gitz, which I really love. Love these squigs. And then here is Zarbag himself. Let me get that in focus for you guys. Super cute. Little mushrooms. Everything has a little bit of red, kind of tying everything together. Tiny Tusk. Oh, you like my bright pink lipstick? It matches my shiny pink nails. Oh my God. Holy cow, Electric Eve, I love you. I'm so glad to see you. Massive hype. Guys, if you have not followed, I'm gonna wait until all of the rating stuff is over, and then I'm gonna do my shout out, because this woman is amazing. So happy to see you. How are you? We're painting Zarbag's Gitz. I'm gonna be painting this guy today. So if you wanna stick around, I'll be painting this guy, showing how I paint him. This is the guy we painted last time. All the Gitz. Oh, you're tired? I know, I understand. It's late. I had an amazing trip. I went to Australia and it was awesome. Thank you, Beefton. Trap traps. Yeah, it won't end. It's gonna go. You got stuck on my previous host. You'll never know. Until the rating stuff is over, I recommend you. Thank you, Breaker Wreck. All right, let's do the shout out right now then. Just because we gotta shout this awesome person out. Shout out, Electric Eve. Electric. Let me spell it right. Did it work? Yes. They're currently playing art, and we're gonna do another hype fest. Yay! Electric Steve? What? No. Thank you. I love seeing you here. And I've been really enjoying, even though I haven't been like watching directly, I've been looking at your pictures on Instagram and Twitter and enjoying all the doggos and the fun minis you've been painting lately. I want to say there was the dragon, the dragon you did the pastels on. Somebody wanted me to paint one of those too, and I was like, yeah, but Eve just did it, so I'm gonna wait. Doggos did come out great. So excited about those. I don't want any more new minis, or I would get some of the cats, because I love cats. Yeah. Egg Dragon, right? I fell in love with those, and they remind me of my ball jointed dolls. I used to collect Asian ball joint dolls. I still have my collection. I need to sell it because I have not been doing anything with it since I got into minis. But all of that pastel work that they call it blushing, that's all done in the ball jointed doll world as well. Yes, the cats. I can't wait to see you paint the cats. So I've got, what is it? Is it on here? Yeah. So I started painting. This is on my shelf of shame. This is Princess. She's from Malifaux. She's the only Malifaux mini I've ever painted. And I've got 2 cats and the pillows left to paint. And I'm painting her for a friend of mine. Yeah. I love cats. A friend of yours collects BJDs in a big way. Well, send them my way, because I could use a trustful person to sell my stuff. All right, I'm gonna get painting. We've been using the new Scale 75 tube acrylics and some of the Chimera acrylics. Yes, I love BJDs, and they're so similar to minis. I actually was going to look into getting into painting face-ups for BJD doll owners, and it was very lucrative. But then I got into minis, and it was way more lucrative. Oh my gosh! Is it a cat or a cat mini or a mini cat? A cat mini or a mini cat? The colors I'm putting on here. She's a writer and customized. Yes, I know. Like bric-a-brac. That is one reason why I love them. They're really like just art projects. And I can't tell you. So like when I had my ball jointed dolls, and I'm not like a doll person. I'm just into these particular dolls because I made them, right? And I made these whole stories and everything around them also. And that's the only thing I don't like about these tubes is they get a little paint around the, what are these called? I can't remember. Threads, and then they get stuck. Ah, thank you, Beefton. Yeah, I got my nails done. There, I did the dip. Eve, have you ever heard of the dip? She might be gone. She might be tired. So basically, what they do is they put a layer of like polish down, and then they dip your nail in like a resin. Not a resin. In this glitter polish, and then they polish it with some resin, and then they dip you again until you have like several layers of this, and it doesn't need any heat, and it's harder than the no chip, the shellac. Oh, nice. I need to see those. Do you have any pictures of those nails, Eve? You gotta send those to me. Good evening, Robosh. Hello. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get the other box. I think I'm missing some colors. Oh, my blue is missing. Oh, here it is. They're right in front of me. I didn't put them away. So I have some really cool news to let you guys all know about. So good and bad news. I'm not teaching at Gen Con this year. I was not able to get an attached hotel. Oh yes, send a pic on Facebook, yes. I wanna see. I wanna get some tips done, like where you get just like a French, where it's like maybe like a matte. I'm just thinking this is what you got, but a matte black and then a clear and then a gold line with glitter. I think that getting nails done, not only does it make my fingers look better on camera, but I think it's more fun to look at in pictures too. All right, do I have all the colors? No, I do not. Yeah, exactly. All right, so I have two reds on my palette. I've got crimson and I've got the primary red that they have, which they're really different. Like this one is way more orange, which is weird because it's the primary orange. It shouldn't be more orange. I don't know. So, let's see. Oh, and I've got a little bit of Chimera orange, which I'm going to be using. I still haven't made up my mind. I'm going to be painting a whole figure with these in the near future. So I'll be able to make up my mind about these. Right now, I can't decide what I think about them exactly. You got the gold line? Yeah, exactly. Except the gold line. Oh, very cool. That sounds awesome. A little bit of yellow. I think I'm using every single paint. Almost. Okay. You love it ruined. I know, me too. It makes them really thin and break, but when you get them dip, it's better. Give your nails a little rest in between sometimes. Yes. Okay, so the news I had for you guys, here, let me go back to face. The news I have for you guys is that I will not be teaching at Gen Con. I wasn't able to get the attached hotel, and schlepping materials back and forth was just crazy, but I will be demoing in the dealer hall at the Judgment booth. So I'm very excited about that, and I am getting a vendor badge, so maybe I will be able to, I don't know if I'll be able to live stream it on Twitch, but I will definitely try to live stream it. I'm trying to think if I can do this. Live streaming at Gen Con is so hard. I'll make a video. I'll make a video of me going through the vendor hall before the gates open, and then maybe if I can get up front to where when everybody comes in, because I've always been on the other side, so that would be really exciting. So, ooh. All right, let's paint. That's some of my good news. Overhead, there we go. All right, we're gonna paint this guy. He's got a little net. So when I painted him yesterday, I dry brushed sort of the white on top of and then now I've got brown on top. And the reason why I did that is because trying to put brown on top of black, it's not going to have all these nuanced like highlights at all, right? It's not gonna work. So, All right, Lurk, rest, eat. Thank you so much, Eve. Mad love. Let's do another shout out for her. She's amazing, and I love her. Okay, shout out. Boom, boom. There we go. FYI, no more crystal brush. I know. What do you guys think? I want to know your opinion on Spear. 15 months hype. Let's give some hype to Spear. Let me find my pen. Yeah, tell me guys, like, what are your thoughts about there being no crystal brush? Because I'll tell you what I think, but I want to know what you think first. Yeah, let's hype Spear first. Spear. Subscribers. And then we're going to go Spear. I'm going to do all caps because it's so much easier on my brain. 1959. That was a good year. Oh, some of you don't know why? So, okay, so apparently according to the official announcement from Adepticon, it was because they both have changed the direction of how they want to go with things, and they both, it's like a mutual parting of ways, yada yada. But yeah, change can be good. It all depends on if anything replaces crystal brush. I agree. What I would actually not like to see a complete replacement. I would like to see multiple competitions start up. I would like to see individual vendors have their own competitions. I would really like that. It's a good separation since it was ran by Simon. It wasn't as unbiased as it could be. Right. And not only that, but the online portion of it where you have kind of the fans vote really made it difficult for anybody who didn't have a huge following to win anything, because ultimately 50% of your points come from those votes. And there were some entries this past year, like Chris Surrey, I really felt like he should have placed. And he had some phenomenal entries, but he just does, he's a doctor. He doesn't have like social media, you know, following like, you know, say Chimera does, right? Hey, Lamunas. But what really happened? Okay, so here's the tea. You get the little bit of gossip from me. I think the Cool Mini has been either purchased by another company or just not doing so well financially. I'm not 100%. I don't want to say too much because it is kind of gossipy. But you can look up. It's a publicly traded company, so you can look up yourself and kind of see the numbers and the handwriting literally on the wall. If you were a painter that had skilled, that were revolutionary but were unknown, you were screwed. Yeah, I know. Photo voting was dreadfully organized. The pictures were variable in quality. Yeah, but that happens with every competition that has photos. I mean, they have to have so many entries and take them so quickly. It's like amazing the work that they do. I mean, it's really kind of impressive as a whole when you think about what they get done for that competition. Yeah, skills. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what happened. Basically, yeah. Basically that, you know, all of this too shall pass, as they say, right? Or nothing gold can stay. I love that poem. Anyway, I really think that Creature Caster and maybe even Judgment may like step up and do some of their own little competitions. I think that would be awesome. Well, Judgment is already done. They've already done their own competition, and it was awesome. So yeah, I will be judging the next Resin Beast competition again. Super psyched about that. So don't show me your Resin Beast entries if you if you are going to enter, okay? There we go. Little moon's painted now. All right. You saw at least one review which said CMON at Adepticon was available with only one game on sale. I think I saw that as well. You know, look at multiple sources, what you think, you know, like they had more than one game on sale, but that was like the main game they were hyping, I'm pretty sure. They didn't have nearly the selection that they've had in the past. And it does make you wonder what is going on. You have nothing to aspire to. That's not true. Oh, you're the master painter now. All right, so let's come up with some new ranks, okay? What's beyond master painter? I can always give you. We should give some new ranks. How about you help me come up with some for the channel? Speaking of Judgment, congratulations on getting the gig to paint the Gen Con Judgment Mini. Not only am I painting I'm painting 2 Judgment Gen Con Minis, but I'm also painting in their booth. And so if anyone is going to Gen Con, that's a great time to meet up with me. Ask me questions, watch me paint in person, which I love doing. I'm psyched. I'm psyched. Maybe I will be able to live stream while I'm at Gen Con. I don't know. Usually the reception is terrible because everybody and their mama is using the Wi-Fi. Although with a vendor badge, there is a tiny chance I might be able to get on the vendor Wi-Fi. I know they have a vendor Wi-Fi. Talk of the town. Oh. You're the talk of the town. Yeah, meet me at ReaperCon. Exactly, I'll be there. I'm super excited about going to ReaperCon as well. Are you going, Mr. Scott G? I'm sorry you didn't have a good experience with CMON. Dementia painter. I like that. Master painter with dementia. Okay, so a demented painter. Well, let's see. Let me write some of these down. Rank ideas. Rank ideas. How about rank painter? Who wants to be rank? Lurking master, like it. What else do we have? We had demented painter, demented master. I like that. I like the idea. Let's do rank master, painter master. There, demented. Oh, I love all your ideas. Shoshie's fabulous familiar. Shoshie's fabulous familiar. Woo! You'll be there again this year. You got your ticket. Awesome. You're just waiting for classes to be released. So I think they need to. They've started asking some teachers. But I don't think they've asked everybody just yet because, I don't know. I've not gotten my invite, and I know I talked to the coordinator, and they said absolutely I was gonna be invited, so maybe I'm on a B list or something, D list. I don't know. Shoshie's pet, sensei painter. Ooh, I like that, sensei painter. How do I spell sensei? I think it's like that. Painter. You want a Shoshie mini-me? Aw, Lord of Brushes. Oh, I like that too. Shoshie's pet. We have teacher's pet as a rank. So we did I get the parcel? Yes, I did. Thank you so much. I got it, and it is ready. I don't think I'm going to paint the knight, but I'm going to paint the other chick. I can't remember her name. The estate gal. So Lamuna sent me a couple figures, and in trade I'm going to be painting something for him. So that is actually going to be something I'm going to stream. I've got the I'll tell you guys when it shows up. How's that? I want to make sure I don't jinx anything. Paint splatter. Ooh, that's a good one. Paint splatter. Splatter. Latter. It's a kind of a cool name. Alright. Doop, doop, doop. We're painting the mushrooms. They're good. Alright. We need to do green skin. We've got a little bit of my... Ooh, we got white balance going. Here we go. Let's move the light so that way you can see the paint without the glare. I'm mixing a little bit of green. That's way too light. Oh, you know what? That's going to be my highlight color because I actually have a green in my box here somewhere. Somewhere. There's a brown. Okay, bear with me while I hunt down this green. Oh no. Paper towel got dipped into the wet palette, and that's not a good thing. My green is AWOL, guys. Let's see. That doesn't even go in there. These are all mixed up. This is what you call being an artist. Ah, here's my yellow. That means my green is somewhere. All right, I'm gonna look on the floor because that's the next place. Because I don't see it. That's not good. I need my green. If I don't find my green, I will mix one and teach you how to mix it. But I am bummed because it is currently not. There we go. Not on the floor. I don't see it on the floor. Oh, I found it. I found it. Oh, you did get a copy ordered. Perfect. Good. I'm glad that you did that because I don't know what kind of shape the mini that is going to be sent to me, how it's going to come. All right, let's dry off my stuff here. There we go. Adept of the pigmented circle. I like that. Adept. Pigmented. That's a long one. That's a very long one. That one should be like a much later one. Circle. There we go. Is there a command? Yep. Exclamation point stars. That's right. There it is. Moss green. I love this color. It's beautiful. It's great for goblin skin. You can use it straight out of the pot for goblins. Okay. You could mix this, by the way. I just want to say that with some of the primaries. That goes in my skin tone set. And I was so happy to see a green in my skin tone set. I was like, yes, validation. Because you guys know that I use green in all my skin tones. Grand Master of the Rainbows? Woo! That's a pretty big title. Holy cow, 665 hours. Grand Master of the Rainbows. All right. Rainbows. These are big titles. All All right, we're gonna paint the back of the goblin first because I'm lazy and I usually ignore the back and then it's never that good. We're gonna paint it first. Winter Tide Wolf Studio and I probably gonna get together very soon and put together our bingo list. For those of you guys who don't know, we have a shelf of shame that we're both very ready to be done with. Like, we want to be done with some of those minis. By the way, I just found a lovely giant mold line, something on the back of his hand. Anyway, we're ready to be done with this shelf of shame. And so what our plan is to do this bingo card and try to get some of those models done. There have been other people in the past who have done bingo cards. I believe Model World Studio, I think that's the right name, has done one in the past. Ours is going to be a little different because ours needs to be specifically toward our collection. So we may not. We're going to release this bingo card to the public, but not everything on it will be applicable to everybody. So, but we will do one thing, like for instance, basically if you get a bingo, I think we're going to have it on there that you get to choose which shelf of shame model that Winter and I work on next, or maybe which bingo section you get, like, so that's going to be something that's going to be different from previous bingo challenges. You get a bingo, you get to choose something that me or Winter, I'll just say Winter Tide Wolf Studio get to work on next. So all I'm doing right now is I'm base coating the skin on my goblin, and he's got little hidey areas of skin. Oh, I want to show you guys something real quick. It's your face. Look at this right here. I got my bioactive. Notice the tank is very different. There's no geckos in it right now. My gecko kink is on the floor at the moment, but I just set this up today, and it's got a substrate with cleanup crew consisting of isopods and springtails, Dalmatian and powder blue and powder gray isopods. Oh my gosh, Gabal, thank you so much for the subscription. Let's write you down. Hype for you. It's hype for Gabal. DTH. You've been subscribed for 4 months. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. It's awesome. So, mad love to you. Thank you. So we were talking about this real quick. I got this today, and the geckos are going to go in here. This is going to be awesome because I won't have to clean up after them because they'll have their little cleanup crew, the little bugs to eat their poo and everything, and it's self-contained. So the leaves die from the plants, and the cleanup crew eats on them, and that also nourishes the soil, and it keeps in humidity, and it's just going to be really, really good for enrichment and for the gecko's health. It's going to be awesome. So I'm super psyched. There's lots of little hidey holes, and it's a way bigger tank. My other tank is like a 15-gallon, and this is a 36 by 18 by 12, which is like well over twice the size. Yeah, I did. My geckos, they needed it. I think that because they don't ever come out in this tank unless I'm like upstairs. For this, you can see there's so many more areas to hide, and they're gonna feel so much more safe. So I think there might be a chance of spotting. Well, it's kind of dark, so you might not be able to see it, but I might hear it and then point it out if we're on stream. Definitely at this time of night is a perfect time that they might come out because they're crepuscular. So they come out during the sunset and dawn, usually when it's low light. You need to install your seed heater for your third printer this week. Oh, 3D printer. Seed heater. What's a seed heater? I haven't heard of that. Okay, let's see. We need a little bit more green on this arm. How have you been, Any Minis? Good to see you here. By the way, thank you to everybody who is still here from Electric Eve. I really appreciate those who stick around after a raid. It means a lot. I hope that I entertain you with mini painting. All right, so I'm just gonna leave that for now. I want to go to, I guess I could highlight. Yeah, let's just highlight. I'm gonna add a little bit of this yellow to my green to make a lighter green. I'm gonna add a smidge of this peach color, which is, what's it called? It's called Golden Flesh, and it will basically make my yellow green a little bit more opaque than it already is without taking the intensity away. See, it's still yellow green, but it's got a little bit of that opaqueness now. Okay. I'm gonna take my glasses off so I can see I'm gonna start with the main highlights, which are the nose and the chin and that little bit of upper lip there. A little bit of this top lip. Okay. Remember, when my glasses are off, do at Shoshie's Minis to get my attention, so that way I see what you post. Oh, I see something. Amberden says, I'm going to call it a night. Aw, thank you so much for coming by, Amberden. I know it's late, and you're going to go to Euro Miniatures Expo? That's awesome. You will not buy anything. Okay. I'll see if you hold to that. Tools and materials. That's good. Doing good. Eeny Minis. Aw, mini Eeny. Oh my god, I didn't know there was a mini Eeny. I love it. My heart. Yeah. Let me know if you guys meet up and see each other. That would be awesome to find out if you guys saw each other. Oh, it's a thermostat. And Louis says it's a thermostat-driven heater pad meant for seed germination. Putting one in your resin printer, control the temperature inside the build area. You bought some new resin, it's tougher. Okay, that makes sense. I have a thermostat, I will have a thermostat. It's like a 300 watt. It's like way overkill for what I need. But it will regulate the temperatures of my gecko cages very nicely, I'm hoping. So see how that's looking? It's getting highlighted. By the way, I just want to do a little shout out for somebody who I admire very much. Angel Giraldes is doing kind of like a how-to video. This is like totally unsolicited. He didn't ask me to say this or anything. I just really enjoy him as a painter. Angel is doing like a how-to about his Hellboy, I guess the Hellboy miniatures that just came out on Kickstarter. And I watched it today. It just kind of like released today, and I thought it was awesome. So just a little shout out for my buddy Angel. If you are, he probably doesn't watch me, but anybody who likes his stuff, go check that out. All right, get this little elbow nice and bright green. Try to keep my shadows just tricky with this bright green. Now this paint is drying a little bit darker, which is good because that means I can give some slow build up without worrying about things getting too bright too quickly. I like that. Here's that last of that little bicep. He is adorable. I love this goblin. Probably gonna be really one of my better ones, I think. All right, that is done. Let's do a little highlighting of this net. See what happens when I use some of this. Sometimes I can't see if I put paint on my brush. There we go. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check chat in just a second here. Perfect. Let me look. You have both of Angel's books? I do too. He signed one of mine. He's such a fun guy. All right, you lurk, Feeny. Thank you so much for stopping by and chatting for a little bit. Love it. So notice that it's still looking brown, but even the brown gets some highlights because we don't want the netting to get lost. I want it to retain a net-like look. And notice the back ones I'm not highlighting because those aren't getting light so much. Looks like he's catching mushrooms. He's got mushrooms in his net. What is he doing with this net? I'm really curious what his card says now. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to check because I do have the game. I do plan on playing the game. So everybody has their own little card. Oh, they have amazing names. Drizgit. Oh my god, I didn't know they had names. Holy cow. Dibs. Dibs inspired. That one is the one I painted last time. That's Dibs. How awesome is that? He has Zarbag's fighter card. He has a grot bow. This one is Red Cap inspired. So he's red. Oh, yeah, he has a grot bow as well. Stickit. Stickit must be... Woo! Almost dropped him. Netting mushrooms. Yeah, I think this is Stickit. Yep, that's Stickit. He's cool. All of mine are going to have red mushrooms. There we go. Prog. If this is a barbed net, if this action is successful, reduce the die characteristics of the target's attack action by 2 to a minimum of 1 on the next activation. Okay, so it's like a debuff, right? That's what it sounds like. And it sounds like it does a little bit of damage as well. So it's a damaging debuff. Sounds about right. Progdeneta. Why do they have... I don't know what language that's in. Gobbleluck. Ravenous. That's interesting that there's different names on the other side. That's cool. Sounds correct. Like a debuff. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this and other news. Every time I get news, I'm gonna give you my face. Mike and I are going to be getting a game table. We're getting rid of our bar and we're hoping to stream some games as well. So that could be really fun. Mike and I have our normal banter. If you like to see me frustrated, you'll watch me play a game with Mike. Unless we're playing a cooperative game, which that usually works a lot better for us. Because Mike always wins everything. Everything. He's really good at rules and I'm really bad. And I play more intuitively. So we'll see. But maybe I can paint a couple more, like another box of Shadespire and get him to play. We'll see. No, I'm not playing Risk with Mike. No, that would end our marriage. Not doing that. No. Oh my gosh. Can't believe you said that. You need the troll face. You need the Shoshie troll face. Hang on here. This is what you need. There. All right. Let's see. Where is the guy I'm working on? That's not it. This is it. There we go. All right. I forgot his name now, but he's a netter. He's a netter. Mike has to win. It's not even that he has to win. It's that he just is able to win. He's really good at games, and he's very competitive as well. But yes. Oh, you're doing troll face? Yes. Oh, yeah, we do play. You know what? Mike runs Starfinder. I don't know. We could end up... I've never streamed a game before, so I don't know how that would work. I don't know how interactive we could be, but that could be pretty fun. But Mike does run Starfinder. It's a good idea. Thank you for that. All right, I'm mixing right now a purple. So here, let's do this red has a little bit. Oh, you know what I need? That's not a purple enough. Let's see. Let's add a smidge of black. See that desaturate a little bit? And let's add a little bit of brown on this side. Okay, so now we've got a brownish purplish color for my highlight. Basically what I'm going for, which you guys have been watching me do, is I'm going for this, I don't know if it's the reds are showing up on camera, but it's sort of like a burgundy gray highlight that I'm taking off the box colors. And it's been working really well for me. Yeah, I think co-op games are the best too, Totoro, because it leads to less fights. You know what? Look at the difference between those two purples. I need more blue, so I'm gonna grab my Chimera red shade. This is the Phthalo blue. Oh, this green shade. I need red shade. Here, Phthalo blue red shade, because the current boxes of Scale 75 don't have a true blue that is like this, you know, beautiful blue right here. We're gonna mix that into my purple. Oh my goodness. That just turned the whole thing. There we go. That's better though. Try this again. Right, less fights, more fun. Exactly. Although some people seem to enjoy watching us like banter, squabble online. It is funny. I was telling some of the people when I saw them at was it in Lamunas? Were you one of the ones who saw me at Adaptable and you saw Mike and I in action? And how we're like that all the time. Like, that's our like default, is this kind of like fun banter between the two of us. And we actually hold back a lot on stream. It's kind of funny. All right, I'm just sketching right now, blending it into the black because I don't want to lose my black. Just giving it a little like highlight on the top of his head, because that's where it really would be the brightest and lightest. And then this part of the hat right here in the top. Okay, now all of the other little apexes I'm gonna hit with this highlight as well. But again, I'm gonna be careful not to get too crazy, because I want to keep this reading as black. I don't want it to read as purple. A little bit on the edges of the fringes of these little, whatever this is. Okay, and then sometimes I'll need to go in with my darker purple, blend that a little bit more. Alrighty. Like that on the top of the toe. Let me know if I need to slow down any. Sometimes I paint too fast for this. It's funny because I paint for my own, like, basically I feel like if I'm bored, you're bored. So I have like very small attention span. So I paint fast because sometimes I get bored with slow painting. But I want to paint these to a high level, so I want to show you guys how that looks. I'm just using a little bit more white with each layer. I'm gonna get the edges of his cowl and the edges of everything because we're edge highlighting now. So, what do you guys think about, ooh, I just got on his chin, some of these names that we come up with for ranks? Does anybody have any favorites? I'll tell you what, I kind of like Rank Master, Lurking Master. I kind of like the idea of like Demented Master, Shoshie's Fabulous Familiar, maybe. Sensei, Lord of Brushes. We could make Splattered Master. I like that actually. We should do that. We should change them to different types of master painters. You think you might build and prime some Infinity this weekend? Oh, awesome. What faction? I haven't painted too much Infinity. I painted I think they're the Aleph and the like the quote-unquote American ones. I'm adding a little bit more white to this so I can give him a little bit more highlights. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a very direct kind of highlight on here, and then what I'll do is I will glaze it out with my darker color. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I call it 2 steps up and 1 step down, right? It's basically, it's also, people call it sketch style, kind of. It's similar to that anyway. All right, we got major highlights. Let that dry. We have to let those dry in between, unless we're wet blending. I personally like Shoshie's Fabulous Familiar. Okay, well, we'll keep that in there. We can have all of these actually, because we need like a whole bunch more, because we've been doing this for 2 years. I can't believe that. And so we need 2 more years worth. All right, so now I've got my glaze ready. This is just the same purple, but with a lot more water on it. So we're gonna put that over the top, and it calms down that white color a little bit, right? But it leaves it looking more blended. We can add it, we can wet blend just a smidge into that. Like that. Let me compare the Zarbag. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Finding all these little nuanced areas that probably need a little highlight. This guy's a little bit more purple than the other guys. Ah, cool. Karakinid50. You're a journeyman. Awesome. That's good. That means like you're... What's journeyman next is master painter, right? I think that's next. So one of the other things we're going to be doing with the channel very soon, once I get I've got to talk to Mike about this, because he's the one we're going to be switching all of the streaming stuff over to my computer, which is really good because it means that I'm going to have a lot more control over my scenes and different things. You're going to be able to do a lot more while I'm streaming and be able to make things more interesting, right? A little bit more production value. All right, we're almost done with this guy here. I think I want to get him all the way to done on the front, and then we'll finish on the back. I'm going to get a little bit more white now. This is where I get out almost pure white, and I'm going to just touch all the spots that would have a little white. One of the things about the kind of heavier metal style is like usually your highlights go all the way up to white. Extreme contrast. And that's what makes things pop and look really good on the table. So if you ever feel like you're looking for more pop on your GW figures, just try popping everybody up to white. Now the trick for me is to not glaze it all back down because I'm not used to painting like in this style. Right, that's almost in a good spot here. All right, now this is where I'm going to kind of take my mid-tone again, and I'm going to blend that white just a smidge more. I killed it. There we go. Okay. Good. We're going to end up doing more as we turn them around. I should have painted the back first. I'm never as interested in the... Hey, Mr. Human. I love it. It's Dave, Sarah's friend. Oh, yeah. Have I had a chance to play the game? I have not. But look at all the figures that we've gotten painted. So many of them. This is the one we're working on right now. Painted this guy yesterday. No, we painted this guy yesterday. This guy was before that. A lot of these are the little archers. We still have that guy to paint. We got this guy painted. I think you saw that one. We got the two squigs. And then Zarbag got painted. So I'm planning on taking these to the game store. Maybe I can get somebody to teach me. That would be awesome. So how early is it in the morning for you, Mr. Human? Because I believe you're in Australia, right? If this is the right Dave that I'm thinking of. Yep. I specifically chose this time slot because I wanted to make my stream a little bit more accessible. Gotten so many done. You've only finished one model since I left. Well, to be fair, I have been working on these on stream, and I did paint another one while I was in Sydney, so that helped. I think I finished this guy in Sydney. I've been painting. I painted like 4 while I was in Australia, and then more than that. Oh yeah, no, 4 while I was in Australia. It was these 4, and then I painted 2 since I've been back. 2 streams. I average 1 a stream. Yep, Okay, good. Oh, it's 8 a.m.? Perfect. That's awesome. So not too crazy early like it was before. That makes me happy. All right, so now I'm just gonna add a little touch of these spikes here. I did a little bit overboard. There we go. He's got these little, did I get the ones on him? He didn't have any. None of these other guys had spikes on their stuff. We were just talking about how the net is like a debuff and a weapon, how that's kind of, it does damage, but it also does a debuff. And I wanted to confirm if you think that's the case. All right, we're just hitting a little, I love his little spikes. He's like a little bit scarier than the others, but he is, I wonder if he has better armor because of it. He needs the extra spikes because all he's got is a freaking net with some mushrooms in it. So he needs just, you know, to be a little less edible. That makes sense. Edible goblins don't really last very long. I'm not doing too much on these little spikes. I'm just kind of tapping them with the brush and getting a little highlight on them because I don't really care how detailed they are. So small, they just need to look good on the table, right? Oh, it's time to stretch. All right, let's go ahead and do a stretch. Everybody get up out of your seats if you can and stretch your back, stretch your arms, stretch your butt. All right, good. That feels really good. Now remember, sometimes I think we're gonna try. So right now it's 5 o'clock. We're gonna try to go until just before 7. We're gonna go catch the Pokemon detective movie, so I do have to jet out a little bit sooner in order to make Mike happy because he doesn't think that we can get to the movie theater in 15 minutes, which is not true, but just got to keep the peace. Anyway, yeah, that Pikachu movie is so important. Can't miss any of the credits. I'm teasing. If you're watching, Mike, I'm sorry. But so what was I gonna say? But yeah, so maybe another stretch break in another hour if we can, if you're still here. No, I didn't get reserved seating. But I do have I got a special pass through AMC is the movie theater, and they give you a really, really good deal. It's $20 a month, and you get to see 3 movies a week free. Well, you pay $20 a month, but I mean, if you go to that many movies a week, it's paid for itself that first week, easy. I take my daughter to a movie. I try to go every weekend with her, or as often as, you know, there are movies that she wants to see. And we've been having a really good time doing that. And then sometimes I'll just go see a movie on my own, or Mike and I will go see a movie, and my ticket is covered under this plan, and we also get into the fast line, and we get discounts on our popcorn and our drinks too. So that's awesome. There we go. Good, he's looking good. Okay, we need to paint his teeth. I feel like we need to finish off his face. So one of the things I've been doing is doing the reddish color in the nose and in the ears, and then I don't know if I'll do a yellow eye on him or not. I've been doing red eyes on everybody, and that's been working out pretty well. Some of these guys don't have any eyes like this one, and technically that guy has one eye maybe that I can get at. So we're gonna do that, and on the hands as well. So like on the hands, I've been doing a little reddish color, or at least a little lighter. Here, this one has a better red. That one's on his fingers, on his kneecap. Because what we've talked about in the other streams is that when you're doing off, like non-natural skin tones, like greens or blues, or, you know, basically anything that's not a natural skin tone, you gotta put a little bit of red glazes and things, or else it will not look alive. So first I'm going to use a little of this lighter skin tone, and I'm gonna lighten up the areas of his fingers and hands just a smidge. I need to go more orange in order to transition to the red, because if I go straight to red to green, that's over the green, it's just not gonna look blended. It's gonna look really jarring. So by doing the orange first, an orange and green transition well because of the yellows that are in both of them. Right, so it's a little bit of color theory in there. There we go. So, I got to play backyard cricket at my friend Sarah's house, and Mr. Human was there. It was a blast. It was so much fun. Something I can definitely see myself introducing to my family and trying to get them to play, because I think it would be hilarious, especially because we don't know the actual rules. Okay, see that? That looks awesome. I'm going to put that on his nose. I think I left Australia being more Australian than some Australians, if that makes any sense. We did so many things that were like very Aussie. All right, so I glazed a little bit of red. I used mostly water, and I just did a little red over his fingers. Key rule is over the fence is out, equipment and giveaways. Ah, yes. So my bot updated just as I was reading his message, and then I switched to reading that. So the key rule is over the fence is out, and you have to go and get the ball. Okay, that is a key rule. And then if you're a bowler, try to hit the bin but bounce once before it, right? That's the other. I was starting to get good at that. I feel like for somebody who's never been a cricket bowler, I feel like I was starting to get a hang. All right, I'm basically blushing his nose so that all those little orange spots get covered now with the pink, and a little bit on the chin, but not too much, but a lot more on the lips. So that way that is, let's see if I can make that a little bit more red. Yeah, now that looks really, I love his expression now. He looks kind of angry, which is perfect because the little bit of red really brought out his expression. And then again, we're gonna go back and glaze red on the hand. He doesn't really have anything else to glaze except for those spots, so that is done. Now the teeth. I like to start the teeth with a off-white color and maybe a little brown mixed in to make it kind of a little bit yellow. It's like a dirty yellow tan. That's what I'm going to base my teeth with. And all I'm doing is kind of tapping them because they're so small. If you get in there with your brush, you're gonna mess it up. There's just too much going on. He doesn't need anything more than a little tap. And that's where you gotta hold. So notice how I'm holding my holding my hands together and I've got my elbows on the table. So that's like I'm steadying my hands at 2 points so that I can get that little bit of model painted without my hands shaking. Perfect. All right, that's good. I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna come back with the white and go on top of that. Let me see. Yeah, I've been doing white on all the teeth and I think it's been working out pretty good. Gobos. Kind of blend just a little bit better than I have these already. Blending on Twitch is not my strong suit, so I'll probably go back and fuss with these a little bit more off stream. Never ended up finding that ball that went over the fence. Bouncing once is best. Okay, good. Can you bounce more than once? Or is that just like the unwritten rule is just bounce once? All right, now I'm painting the little, he's got a little rope. I'm using that same kind of light flesh color that I used for the teeth. And again, you gotta wanna tap, just tap it so that you don't overpaint it, because you wanna have the kind of little separation lines. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this, even though the sword should be done first before I do the details. Actually, all of that should. I'm gonna wait on that. Oh, wait. I'm gonna take just a smidge of white and highlight my net again a little bit. Just on some spots, not on the whole thing. I don't want the net to be white. I just want it to have a few little highlights. And we'll do the back as well. I'm so bad about not painting the back of the Mini. We should just work on the back now. Let's do that now. All right, again with the purple, we're gonna highlight the top of the folds and add a little bit of white to get the next layer. Okay. And I might need to mix a smidge more red into my purple because I was losing it a little bit. There we go. Ooh, I like that. That's better. I just put just a smidge of red, and it's nice because it contrasts with the green of the skin. Just a smidge. Okay, so here I'm taking the side of my brush. See how the wrinkles of my finger, it's just hitting the tops of the wrinkles so that way that I don't get any in the crevices. And I'm doing that, it's almost like a dry brush, but not quite. We call it overbrushing. I'm just hitting the top of those wrinkles with that little bit of reddish purple. And then down here, we're just gonna go for the fringes of his cloak, and then anytime there's like a delineated skirt line, like for instance, let me just show you. So let's pretend I've got some skirt, right? Let's see, make that one here. Right? Pretend this is some fabric, okay? I'm always gonna try to highlight on here and leave this part as my shadow, right? That's going to be my shadowed area, so, right? I didn't draw that super well, but you get the idea. More than one bounce changes depending on who you talk to. Normally it's an argument point for kids so they can bat for longer. Oh, I like that. Now I need to like go on YouTube and see if I can find any videos of kids playing backyard cricket, because I think that would be fun. And I don't know if Sarah told you, but Mike got really attached to AFL, Australian League Football, and that we found out there's a local league, actually a national league in the US called USAFL. I don't know how good it is, but we're gonna be going because Chicago's team is the Swans, and so we can use the whole kit that we got when we were with Sarah and go see the Chicago Swans. So that'll be cool. I'm excited because I really enjoyed the game. It was fun, even though the Sydney Swans lost to the Sydney Giants. Alright, and now I'm just taking a little bit more white and I'm doing that edge highlighting business that I talked about. Especially on the back, because there's way more showing on the back, so I want to be able to bring up that quickly. Make sure that the highlights that you use with the lighter colors get smaller and smaller. That's going to make them look more realistic. Okay, so I did that. Now I need to go back and glaze. Glaze it. Tame it down so that it doesn't look so glaringly chalky. 2 steps up, 1 step down. Looks good. Okay. Now there's that fabric fold I told you guys about. And then we're going to glaze it back down. You got to make sure it's dry before we do the glaze, or it will just rip up your last layer. There. That's looking good. I'm going to paint the hilt and the rope of his sword brown, because I'm kind of using a limited palette, and I also want his, you know, he's a goblin. He doesn't have lots of tools. And cat herder, oh my gosh, your name is awesome. You're awestruck at how quickly you can paint these. Part of it is because I am impatient as hell. And so like I said, if I'm bored, I'm not, like, I like to keep myself interested. And I always want to be like, what's next? What can I be doing next? How can I be done with this so I can see what the mini looks like, right? And I just have a lot of practice. Even when I did watercolors, I was extremely fast. And it really boils down to being just an impatient person. Now the problem with that is I don't have a lot of blending skills compared to some professional painters. So I'm actually going to be working on airbrushing more, because something that Sergio Calvillo Rubio does, he says that he doesn't have time for glazes either. He doesn't like it. So what he'll do is he'll do the sketching and everything, and then he'll airbrush his glazes on so that it smooths everything out with the airbrush, and it's so fast, he says. I'm actually going to be working on my airbrush skills in the future. That's my hope anyway. And if you thought I was fast now, when I get into airbrushing, I will be super fast. Super fast. The other thing is when you kind of just know where to put your lights. It's just like you've been practicing so much, you know where stuff goes. You don't waste time figuring it out, right? So I was watching Angel paint. He was painting Hellboy, and he was showing how he was doing it. It was really clear to me, this man knows exactly where light goes on the Mini and what colors will do what. And he has sort of a mental formula to begin with. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I have to use a reference to get that quote unquote mental formula that he does. And when I have to think up a color scheme all on my own and not have a reference and just basically make it up from scratch, that's when I struggle, and I take much longer, because I'll have to fight with the Mini to get it to look how I want it to look. That's looking just about perfect how I want it to look. Let's do a little bit of highlight over here. Just a little, because again, we want this to read as black, not gray. And if we get too much gray and purples going on, we're gonna lose. Because look, let's see how these compare. Are they similar? Yes. This one needs a lot more blending. Cat herder is a good rank. That would be amazing. We'd have to get your permission to use it as a rank. First among cat word. Oh, we can do that. We're gonna do that. And a cat herder. Let's see. RDER. We're gonna do first. Mike has a way. I don't know how to do it, but he knows how to give custom ranks, and we will give you that custom rank. First among cat herders. I will do that for sure. Herders. And we'll do that as a rank. Absolutely. Rank. Haha. Oh no, it totally hid. Hold on, I'll pull this out. There you go. First among cat herders. That'll be fun. And then you'll be able to use my cat emote. We've got the cat stretch emote. Here. That would be awesome. All right, where's my net guy? He's right here. He's coming along though, isn't he? He does look like these minis they don't take too long. I think GW does that by design. I don't think they want people to be spending forever on these, and I think that's a good marketing tactic. All right, taking glasses off. We're gonna get the little rope on his belt. I want that nice and bright, so again, remember, I'm just gonna tap. There's a little, like a knot right here. I'm gonna paint that the same color. Oh, wow, thank you so much. Damo, good morning. And I'm actually able to stream at a time that you can reach me not so crazy early. Welcome, Damo. Thank you for your subscribe. 21 months. That's like a small child, right? What is that, a year and a half? I don't even know. That's not even my 4K is not math. Damo, was there 3 O's? There is. That's awesome. Thank you for subscribing. Crazy, 21 months. Let's give some, yeah, a year and a half. It is a year and a half. That's amazing. Thank you. At tier 3, now Damo, I don't think you've taken advantage of this yet, but as a tier 3 subscriber, you are entitled each month to a half-hour video coaching. And if you would like to set that up with me, you just got to email me. And because you've been subscribing so long, if you want to make it like an hour or something, that's totally fine since you haven't taken advantage of any of those. Yeah, just email me or just message me on Facebook. Set it up. We can do it. It'll be fun. Anything that you want to work on. Basically what my video coaching entails is, let's say you've got a project or something that you're working on that you want a little help on, or let's say you want to do skin tones, right? You could do that. I'll help you with whatever it is that you are currently working on or want to improve. So take advantage of that. Yeah, you gotta. And it'll be fun. I would love to be able to video chat with you. So we'll do that. Email me, message me. All right, here we got some lead belcher. Bleh, bleh. Lead belcher. Whenever I think of that, I think of like some dwarf. That's like some dwarf's name, don't you think? Lead belcher, or like an ElfQuest troll. Would totally be an ElfQuest troll's name. Shout out to my ElfQuest peeps. Are you guys here? Anybody do ElfQuest? Okay. So message me right now. Go on Facebook right now. Message me and we'll do it. We'll set it up. So that's my only caveat, is like I make people message me so that way I know that they want to do it. It's funny. I'm mixing just a smidge of like lighter peach color so that I can highlight that, just so that it's slightly different than the ropes. That looks good. Good enough. So I don't know if I think I told you, Damo, but I loved visiting Australia. It was really, 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 really fun. And I think if it weren't so dang far away, we would probably visit again in the near future. But it's so far away, and that flight is a killer. Maybe I can get some of you Aussies to come see me, and we can meet up at a convention. There we go. All right, I had this as white, but I'm changing it back to this kind of peachy color because I think it looks better than having it white. Yeah, it does look a lot better. Skipping on the 30 minutes as well. Pocket light, hello. Come in here and you hear people message me so they know what they want to do. Pocket light, that's funny. Yeah, that is an odd time to come in. I was telling Damo here, he's one of my tier 3 subscribers. Tier 3 subscribers get the ability to do a 30-minute video coaching with me. And he's been subscribed at tier 3 for 21 months. So I was telling him it's high time. I said, just do it. Spoke to your fiance and she said, you can eventually go to Adapticon. Yay! Yay, fiance. That's awesome. Well, let me know when you end up coming to Adapticon. I always try to take all of my international friends on a walking tour of Chicago. And I will totally do that for you and your fiance if she comes. That would be great. All right, we got some highlights on the net now. How are you, Pocket Light? You see, it is something that's fun to do. I love, it's funny because even though I say it's a half hour, it always ends up being an hour, and I don't mind at all usually because I have so much fun doing those coachings, and not very many people take me up on them. So, you know, yeah, I'm excited too. Let me know when you guys come. If it's both of you, either one. You're all right. You're tired. You should probably be in bed. Oh, it's past midnight. I'm doing good. I've been getting over my jet lag from visiting Australia, and I've been feeling finally more myself. So I'm happy about that. We're finishing this little goblin dude, and now I'm going to be painting right here this little stalag. I can never remember. There's a rhyme to remember stalactites and stalagmites. I think this is stalagmite, and I think stalactites hold tight to the ceiling, if I'm right. I'm not for sure. Damo's waking up. It's probably like close to 8:30 for him. I think. Yeah, you're in. Yeah. T is for top. Stalagmite. Yep. Oh, good. Thank you for that. Tenacious D. That's how you remember it. Stalagmite poke you in the butt. Okay, so this is a stalagmite because it might poke you in the butt. I love that. Hilarious. 8:30. See, my brain can still do. Well, part of it is that Mr. Human is also Australian and got on here and told me what time it was, so I cheated a little bit. Cheated. It is the weekend. Does anybody have any plans for the weekend? I know that American Mother's Day is this weekend. I think Australian Mother's Day is also. I think you guys do the same Mother's Day, but not the same Father's Day. But yeah, let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. Anybody going to see any movies? We're gonna go see the Pokemon Pikachu Detective night. I'm looking forward to that because I am a big fan of Bulbasaur. He's my favorite Pokemon, favorite starter. My daughter's favorite is Charizard, and I know that she's going to complain if Charizard isn't done right because she is kind of a purist when it comes to Pokemon. She's so funny. I'm just painting the black around the edge of this base. You might paint? Oh, good. Ozzy's Mother's Day is tomorrow. Ah, that's right. Okay, because today is Saturday for you. So then tomorrow is Sunday for you. So Ozzy Mother's Day is technically always a day ahead of our Mother's Day, but almost the same. I have my Australian son. I have to message him so that he doesn't forget. I gotta put a reminder in my phone to message him because he'll forget to message me. Let me make a quick reminder. Tomorrow. So right about now would be perfect. Good. Okay. Thank you. Favorite Pokemon? Piplup. Oh, he's new. Yes, that is a very cute one. How did the Sydney game go? It was awesome. They lost, but it was still awesome. And we found out that Chicago, actually, the U.S. has a US AFL team. And Mike's gotten really hooked on AFL. And so we're going to basically be rooting for Chicago, which is the Chicago Swans. And their same colors are the same as the Sydney Swans. So the whole kit that we bought in Australia is going to work. I think I'm painting the wrong. No, that's good. It's going to work for Chicago. So I'm excited. I'm not a huge fan of, no offense to my Chicago peeps, but not a huge fan of Chicago team fans. I'll be specific. The Cub fans can be a little crazy. I used to be a Cub fan, and unfortunately I'm not anymore. But I will never be a Cardinals fan, just the saying. But anyway, yeah, so hopefully we can get into watching some Chicago AFL. That'll be this summer. I think we're going to actually go to a game. Also, here's another funny story. So, my Australian son got Mike into watching Aussie Adventures. So he's like hooked on Russell Coight, which is crazy. He watches it a lot now to get himself in a good mood. Yeah, he shouldn't be forgetting, but he forgets. He's just a young thing, so. As AFL's been trying to get international. Yeah. Oh, China has a team. That's cool. Something happened to my music. Oh, it got quiet. Okay. Yes. What's yes? Oh, Russell Coight. Yes, I know. It's so funny. The other day he was in a really bad mood, and he he linked me a video, and it happened to be Aussie Adventures, and he's like, I'm in a better mood now. I'm like, that is so funny. So I've definitely instilled the Aussie-ness in my husband, which is awesome, because now we can enjoy our amazing, well, my amazing obsession with the country together. He keeps thanking me for taking him to Australia, and it makes me so happy that he had such a good time. Because like I said, he didn't originally really want to, he didn't want to go. He says that he didn't mind going, but he really was on the fence pretty much until the last minute. That show is so good. You two make Aussies proud. Good. Yeah, well, you should be proud. It's a good country. I mean, every country has their issues, but you know, there's a lot to love. A lot. All right, I'm mixing a little bit of white with a little bit of that peach for my little broken bone that's right here. And I think that's just about all that's left. Is just that little bit of bone. I'm gonna go over it with a little brown. Glaze it. Alright, now I gotta go back over it again with, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to it this time to give it kind of a aged bone look. Oh, that didn't work at all. Try again. White. So the yellow is really overpowering, so I need to add, there we go. That looks better. So you guys are watching me finish. I mean, this is almost pretty much done. And it took me, how long did this take me? It is 5:42, so 2 hours to do this guy. Let's start on this guy, and I think we can, he's already partially started, so we can try to get, we'll be very close to being done. And then I might finish that guy off stream and then post photos. Would you guys, so here's a question. I'm going to give you guys a choice. because there's something else I wanted to like work on and paint a little bit. I'm gonna do a genuine vision. Genuine will often switcheroo, and so let's see. Hold on, I've got a couple Kingdom Death models here. So I could either keep going and paint this guy, or I can switcheroo and paint one of these very cool Kingdom Death models. So, what's the show about? The show, you need to watch it. Pocket Lights, called Aussie Adventures. Here, I'll type it. And there are like literally hundreds of episodes on YouTube. And it's about this, it's kind of like The Office meets Steve Irwin. Yeah, it's like The Office meets Steve Irwin, if that makes any sense. It's really funny. Anyway, here's another. Oh no! Oh, her just popped off. Oh my gosh. To glue that back on. Her hand. That's a tiny little joint. Alright, so let's figure out what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let you guys vote. So we've got Kingdom Death or another Goblin. Separated the two. Yeah, I did, because I really want to use them as survivors in my game. And I love how they look together. And then this way we can use them in the game as, what you call them? Yeah, I guess they go like this on the big base, right? Yeah. I like them separate. I want to use them in the game as, like, there's a special thing that paired, you can have like basically married couples, paired couples, they get special bonuses, but they get it when they're together. So I want to use that. That was the miniatures that you were gonna do your deal with. Oh no! Oh, I can take them off. Don't worry, I can take them off. Wait, oh, so these were the, I'm so confused. These were the ones you were going to trade for? We can still do that. I can still take them off. Oh, you were going to send me one. Well, you could still send me one. I don't mind. Because like I said, I can use these in my game and then I can paint the other one as display. No problem. Yeah, message me. You had a mini that was super tiny, joined two, had to pin it. Yeah, there is no way to pin this. That is like, I mean, yeah, that's the little join spot right there. That's crazy. I don't even know if I can get that to fit back on there without a Bondic. I think that's what I originally used was Bondic. Super glue maybe. It's crazy. I'm not good at pinning things. And I know there's people out there that they're like pinning wizards. Not me. So let me do super glue first. And then, where is the super glue? Here it is. Then we'll Bondic it to reinforce it. I believe this will be all I need. Where'd she go? There she is. Thankfully, this is one of my personal minis, not a commission. You drilled a hole and pinned with brass. That's amazing. Was that with one of these or a different model? So far, no one has voted on whether you guys want Kingdom Death or Goblin. So if you don't choose, I will. All right, let me get this on there. Using that part of her cloak to kind of reinforce it. What I could do is put another drop of glue right under that hilt of her sword to kind of, like I said, reinforce it. Bang! Love it. All right, I have these special, and I don't know where, here, this. I found one. These special super glue applicators. I can't remember what they're called, but they're like as seen on TV. Got this little, oh, the looper. How could I forget the looper? So the looper, you put a little drop, the glue looper, patent pending. It even says it, so I don't forget, right on the thing. You put a little drop of glue, and then I can put very special. Okay, let's try this. We got the glue looper here. We're gonna put the glue right back here. So that holds the hilt of that sword on. I think that'll do it. Perfect. Now I gotta dry that off. There we go. And I think I can get away with just using a touch of this Insta-Set. And I may not need my Bondic at all. And I'll just have to be extra careful with the rest of that wrist. I probably won't need to work on that until it cures. Glue looper, thank you, Luminous. You're so great. Goblin, okay, we got KD, 3 KDs, 4 KDs. All right, sounds like KD is a quick like, I agree. KD, investment sniper. Somebody said, I kind of am interested in doing the investment sniper also. All right. So how about this? Why don't you help me pick, let's see, she's supposed to look kind of like one of those magical girls because of her little outfit. So I'm gonna Google real quick, magical girl, and see if I can find it. Actually, let me look at the investment sniper first. There we go. And see what her pictures look like. Okay, she's blue. She looks pretty good. I'm wondering if I could do that slightly better. Okay. She's so cute. All right, let's go ahead and start with her skin, which I'm going to use the fair skin from Scale 75. I'm not going to do the green right now because these figures I think look a little bit better with that kind of plastic anime style skin. I could actually I will start with the brown and I'll layer it up. I'm going to start with a brown. This is what Elizabeth Beckley Bradford does. And I'm painting very clean. I want it to look really nice. High end. The booty. She's got a little pair of pants on. Cute. Okay, that's good. And now we got to get the little rest of her legs. Kind of been perfecting a little bit more anime style in the Kingdom Death models because I think it really fits a little better. You guys may have seen the Death High was it Architect? Male Death High Architect that I did? Oh, I love that. I kind of want to make her, I don't know, we'll see. Let me finish her face here. I'm gonna go ahead and go over her eye. all the shadows. Now, I need to look at the original artwork. I always manage to lose my tops to my stuff. Did I drop it? All right. Set that aside. Let's look at chat. Oh, you can post a picture pocket light. Can you send the link to one of my mods, like Enlamunas? I'd love to see the pin that you did. Thought about backing those on Kickstarter? Katie Shadow Thief? Yeah, I would do the Katie Shadow Thief, but I want to let that cure. Yeah, so we'll do Investment Sniper. I've seen her painted, but I haven't ever seen anybody stream her. She's a blonde in the artwork? Yeah, okay, so because she's a blonde, I want to show you guys how to do blonde hair, the way I do blonde hair. We're going to start with the brown and get in all of the crevices to start. And you guys probably wondering, why the heck do you even bother with your zenithal highlighting when you just end up painting over it? It's basically, it's kind of to give me a mental idea of where my highlights are gonna go. But sometimes, yeah, I'll go in and I'll just paint the shadows like this. Paint them brown. Now, when you're painting blonde hair, it's kind of the same group that you use when you're doing non-metallic gold. It's really similar. And you're almost painting hair like kind of like a non-metallic metal. Now, don't let that scare you because you think you can't do non-metallic metal. You can do the hair. It's not hard. So get all the shadow parts first. I'm just going to paint them solid brown in the dark areas. Hold on. I know I'm behind on chat. Let me get a chance to catch up. Notice my paint is still kind of thin, and so some of the areas where I'm poking paint into, they still kind of come out a little bit light because the background, that's what the zenithal highlighting will do for you. It'll make those areas lightened. All this under here is going to be brown. Right? All that kind of hard to reach stuff needs to be brown because we're not going to be able to go in there and get light or highlights on that anyway. So just in case we miss something, we need to make sure that's all dark. All right, let me catch chat. It just got really lively all of a sudden. Okay, so question for you, Pete, for the people more familiar with KDM, do they have a Kickstarter every year? No, they only have them every now and then, and they've only had 2. But they do have sales all the time. You're saving up for the game, and you're wondering if there's a certain time of the year you should. Yes, you want to. So Cat Herder, if you're saving up, wait until Black Friday. That's in the U.S. If you're not in the U.S., Black Friday is the day after American Thanksgiving, and there's usually a huge discount on everything. Okay. That's when you want to pick up KDM on a discount. How thin paint do you paint over? Let me show you. So here's my paint, and this is about, let me get it again. I thin it out a little bit more than that, like that. That's the amount of thinness that I use. Notice these paints, they thin like a dream. Yep, Black Friday, Rumble, you got it. Rumble beat me. Okay, everybody answered all my questions. Thank you guys. You'd totally try to paint her as Harley Quinn? Oh my god, I love that idea. Okay, Damo, that's an amazing idea. I'm going to give you some points for that. Gift. Damo. And I might actually do that. I'm debating. Tell me if it'd be okay if I take that idea, because I love it. Investment snipers, Harley Quinn would be so cute. I don't want to take your idea though if you've already got it set. I think Mike just got home from work. Jacob Jansen, didn't you just subscribe just a little bit ago, like last Tuesday or Wednesday? But thank you. Oh my god, mad love. Jacob Jansen, which is 2 months. Oh, Shoshie's minis. Oh, that's so cute. Love it. Thank you. Jacob _ Jansen. There you go. Thank you. Mad love. Let's give some hype to Jacob. I'm going to go back and read some more chat because I know I'm getting behind. Let's see. You can try to get a deal on Friday. Yep. Okay, Lamuna sent the link. Did you post it yet? Pocket Light's idea. Oh, Pocket Light. Can I steal that idea? Whoever's idea it is, can I take it? No, use it. You're way more talented. Okay, well, we can both do it. All right. Let's show this link. Oh my. Okay, so, oh wow. I love it. So, Pocket Light pinned that tiny little flap. I think that's what he pinned. That looks good. Good job. I'm impressed. His idea was the Harley Quinn. Okay, so let me get her hair down because Harley Quinn is still blonde, but she's a more white blonde. So we won't need as many of these dark shadows. So let's see. White blonde. Let me just do a quick Google of Harley Quinn. And I will totally credit you. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. So if Harley Quinn had her hair in a big ponytail, would she still have the blue and white and the red? How would that work? Let's look at her images. All right, I'm looking at Margot Robbie. And she's definitely blonde. That's so cute. Few more. I like looking at like digital or Pocket Light. Mad love. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Damo just gifted Pocket Light. That's even better. I love that. Now you get to use my emotes, Pocket Light, because Damo's just a mensch. That is another rank we need to have. Mensch. By the way, if you guys don't know, the word mensch in German means person, but in Yiddish, it's like esteemed person. Mensch. M-E-N-C-H, right? I think that's right. He's such a mensch. He's such an esteemed person. I guess the lower half of her hair could be divided in pink and blue. I think that's what I will do. Yeah, that's awesome. Yay, see, you got my heart now. Übermensch. Yeah, but Übermensch is definitely German, I think. To just be a mensch in Yiddish, that it already is an Übermensch. we can make an Übermensch as well, though. That's awesome. Love it. All right, so let's go back and look at her hair. Let's go back and lighten it down because we've got to, let's see. I'm going to pick the white a smidge of yellow, more white. This yellow is really powerful. All right, let me look at her hair again. All the pictures have it being kind of an off-white yellow. So I'm gonna add a little brown. Let me show you guys how I'm mixing this. So I've got my yellow and white, and then there we go. I just added a smidge of brown to it to give it that kind of blonde hair look. And then we can, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, this is the color I need, and maybe even a little bit more browns in part of it. Yeah. Okay, we'll try this. Let's see how this goes. Some of these colors dry super fast, so let me take my glasses off. Her hair is really pastel yellow, and that's what her, like, I'm looking at pictures of Margot Robbie, and she's really got like pastel yellow hair. Oh, it's stretch time. All right, everybody get up. Stretch, get up. Oh no, I got white paint on my black jeans. Hold on a second, emergency. It's fresh too, so maybe I can get it out. Let's see, I might need to use alcohol for this. Let's see, here we go. Let's try the thinner first so that it doesn't dry too quickly. Ever get white paint on your black? I should know better. I'm an artist. I should not paint in black. And let's see, where's the alcohol? Usually isopropyl, and I think I've got some 90% here, 91%. Will hopefully get this out of my jeans. I'm hoping. Nope. It is not working. Oh well, I'll try washing it after the fact. Don't laugh at me, Damo, oh my gosh. You got toothpaste on your black sweatpants? That does count, but at least you can usually get toothpaste out. White acrylic paint is not so much the same. Oh, you know what I've got? Whoa, I have some paint killer. I don't know if I want to put this on my pants though while I'm wearing them. I've got paint killer by Scale 75. And I'll try that later. I'll wait until I'm off stream. Ah, my gosh. Well, there's my stretch. Oh man. Okay, let me put this back. There we go. Take a drink. Hydrate. Woo. All right, I need a paper towel because I've got paint thinner and stuff, drying retarder. That's what I've got on my hands. Quick paint over it. That's not a bad idea, actually. Just somebody I knew once they'd use Sharpie over the top of like any paints blobs they've got on their jeans. All right. Typical, very typical of me. I know. Spackle. Use spackle. It looks like spackle. You got black paint on your gray sweatpants? That's not as bad. It doesn't show up nearly as much. Like I said, I'm going to a movie. I don't want to look like a total schlub. All right. Let's do more white with this pastel yellow. I need to be like really, really light yellow. There we go. All right, glasses are off, and I'm just going to start. Imagine you're the light of the hair, and you're going to basically, we're going to go across the whole top of it like this, like we're sketching, and this is the shine, right? But don't try to paint individual hairs when you're painting hair. We're gonna hit the tops of all of this. We'll go ahead and, okay, so now that was the first shine. Then you can blend a second amount right here. See how I'm using that brown? Kind of pulling it up. That's my mid-tone. And I'm just wet blending that a little bit. Okay, see how that looks already nice? We can add a little bit of orange to that, I think. Just a smidge. Let's do a little bit of orange down in there. Nope, that didn't work. Back over it with the yellow. Actually, it works as an underpainting. So I might need to, that's like a happy accident right there. All right, so now, again with the sketching, I'm gonna hit this area here. All the areas that already have kind of, that I left lightened, right? Those are gonna be yellow. You'll see. Okay. Now I can go ahead and overbrush that little bit of highlight right there now. So that's, see how that's looking? Now we can overbrush this. Remember, there's the main highlight, and then this is a little bit hard to describe while I'm doing it. Oh, big cat hair. There we go. A little bit hard to describe, but I'm basically focusing on solid highlights. I'm not doing individual strands yet. By the way, for the Australians that are watching, got some kind of cool news, is that I'm going to be painting at Gen Con in the Judgment booth. That's pretty cool. I'll be painting the new Judgment model. Psyched. There we go. It is an Australian company, by the way. And I got to meet the owner and one of the owners, rather. There's a couple guys who own it. And they room with us, or one of them roomed with us at Gen Con. Or not Gen Con, Adapticon. Alright, I'm hitting that orange again with my yellow, because there you go. Even if this weren't Harley Quinn, this is really working pretty well. And I can go back and refine, right, wherever there's some messed up areas like that. That looks good. Let me do the brown again in here. Some places I don't want really harsh shadows. That looks good to me. Nice high contrast. And it does look blonde. Let's add just a smidge of that orange again in some spots. I don't know why, but blonde looks good when there's just a smidge of orange. It just adds a little nuance and it doesn't look quite so, I don't know how to describe, but yeah. All right, I have to put glasses on because I need to be able to see what I'm doing because I feel like I've lost it. Okay. I make it look easy. I tried to make it look easy. Let's see. That helps you see that in it all. It looks very white. All the yellow got faded out on my camera. It's very pale yellow, but you can kind of see. Let me try to use a slightly brighter yellow. All right, so here, again, I'm gonna go back in and hit some of these individual strands now. I feel like some of this is gonna end up being more or less, see how there's little nuances now, right? That's the thing about hair, is it's never one color. It's never one color. That's why I wanted to add a little bit of orange here and there, right? It does kind of have like a little bit of a metallic shine to it, right? The other thing about hair is it's never matte. So we'll want to go in and add a little bit of medium to this. Do I have some medium? I have some satin medium in my Chimera box. But any kind of satin medium will work. That is pigment. Is that white? That's white. So let me get my satin medium. Here we go. Satin medium. I'm going to add a little bit of this. What I'm doing, because her hair needs to not be matte, because hair is oils in it and it's always shiny. Looking good. Add a smidge more orange over here. Yeah, I feel like the orange makes a big difference. In the shadows, not on the direct highlights, but in like as a mid-tone. Let's do it again on this side here. Let me look at chat again because I know you guys are commenting. Still can Harley Quinn the dress anyway? Yeah, exactly. You want to build and paint yours now to try on the hair? Yeah, do it. And then send me pictures if you need any help. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and some of this medium, some of this. The other thing about the medium is it will help blend so much better. Let's do the white and the medium right here in the middle of her highlight of her blonde hair. We're going to do white. Oh yeah, that is awesome. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that brought that up to a shine. I forgot that someone I know, like Julio Cabos, uses ochre as for his blonde. And that's kind of what we did. We basically mixed it instead. Okay, so now we're pulling out that white as our final highlight here. Okay, that looks blonde, right? We gotta do the front of her hair too. I forgot to do the whole front of her head. Gives it more volume. It totally does, doesn't it? It's really hard to see on camera with the light is washing it out just a bit. Volume, that's the right word. You can even try to get a little bit more. We can get more volume by going even darker. Let's go. I'm going to mix an ochre. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to mix. I'm going to use my Chimera ochre. Yellow ochre. I like that Chimera already has like a mixing ball in there. I almost really never have to mix my Chimeras. Okay, so this is the yellow ochre. And that's actually desaturated yellow, which Harley Quinn doesn't really have desaturated yellow on her hair. But this model needs something in crevices to make that white even brighter, right? I'm pushing this into the recesses. Help me get another mid-tone. So when I do put that light color on it, it looks even brighter. That makes sense. A little bit of brown in there. I'm doing some wet blending in here. Let me know if you want me to slow down, because I noticed that I'm painting fast right now because like when an idea grabs me, I want to get it to that where I want it right away. Does that make sense? Like I need to get it there. Okay, trying to get some more of these highlights a little bit. I like that yellow did something. It did something. It made it feel more blonde is what it did. But it's very pigmented. All of the Chimera colors are pure pigments. They always add a lot. Okay. Try seeing the definition a little bit more now. This yellow's not picking up on my camera. Heading home? All right, Lamunas, thank you so much. Great time at the movie. Thank you. See you on Monday. Yes. You were staring at your black cat earlier, Rumble, and it was stretched out in the sun. She has so many rich colors. Exactly. Fur and hair is never one color. What is that? I love that, Miss Ja Floof Boy. That's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. That's a great emoji. Corgi bum, yep. Alright, I'm just smoothing now because some of the, like I said, those lighter colors can be rough. So I want to just smooth things out a little bit. Do a little bit of this satin. These paints are pretty opaque, so they cover pretty well. All right. Make sure I got, okay, now we need to go in with our white again. And I'm just gonna pick out my bright highlights. I might need to go in even darker with my main color because this white is not white enough, right? So when your white isn't not white enough, you've got to go in and lighten everything else, or darken everything else up. All right, that looks good. I like it how it looks back there. All right, that's looking fine. It's definitely looking blonde to me. I hope. Okay. Now let's try the Harley Quinn hair. I think I'm pretty much ready for it. So as I'm looking, I think we would do half. We'll just let's pick which sides. Hold on, let me look at her. Yeah, this is the investment sniper, Fabius Bile 87. We stopped doing, so it's really washed out, but we're painting her like Harley Quinn. So we're gonna, now it's time to do the red and the blue, which I think I can just use this straight red. Let's see, let me thin it out. All right, I'm using scale 75 red, and I think it will work. And so it's actually a pink at the top. So I'm going to mix it with my normal hair color, right? Because you don't want to jump in. With the red and then mess it up, right? So we're going to do half and half. Half and half blue and red. So I mixed the red with my current current hair color. Okay, so we start with the pink. We can always go darker, but once we hit that red, it won't get lighter. All right, let's try just a little bit of this. So far, I'm liking it. Let's do a little bit more yellow. Up here, blending, just wet blending, again with the yellow, hitting those highlights. Okay, now we can go in with more red at the bottom. I'm gonna use my Chimera because it's pure pigment. Might be too much, but we'll see. I just need a touch. Give me a second. I'm going to check chat and see what you guys are saying. Yes. Okay, good. You like it? Okay, so now we're using pure pigment again at the bottom, like I said. and I'm watering it down. And only at the tips of her hair is it more red. We want it to look almost like it's stained on the rest. Now blend it back in with that pink color again. Now, to get my highlight, I need to go back in with my yellow a smidge. And hit that top of that. So it's still pink, but it's got a little bit of that highlight. I like that. Okay, do you guys think I should go harder on the red? Tell me. Let's do a little bit harder on the ends. Yeah, that does look better, doesn't it? Get some of that yellow back. Push that into that little curly Q right there. Okay, I got the red a little too harsh next to her face, but I can push the yellow on top of that and fade that out. There we go. I like that. All right, that looks good to me. What do you guys think? I like that. Now let's try the blue. Now we've got a lot more ochre going on over here and it's darker, so we'll see if it works out as well. You love it? Looks good? Awesome. Good, good. Yeah, I'm liking it too. Let me look at the blue. Now, again, the blue starts out faded. And technically, actually, the sides of her hair are not, I just realized there's too much, she shouldn't have that right there at all. We'll go back to white on that, because that actually, her bangs are completely absent color, really. Okay, once we get her face like regular, like light skin toned, it'd be a little easier to read as. All right, I'm going back in and hitting these white highlights, which is a heck of a lot easier now that we've got that red on there. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. Okay, let's try the blue. I'm going to mix the blue now with some of this yellow and white. And it's a faded pastel blue, so actually I need more white. And that will actually help us. I dropped my white. If we do the white and the blue together, it will basically, whenever you desaturate something, it helps you transition. So we're transitioning from yellow to blue, which we don't want green. So we need to go white first. This is my Chimera white. It should be really, really good. Okay, white and blue. I want this really light. Okay, there we go. And again with the satin medium so it doesn't get chalky on me. Interesting how that blue actually helps make that look. There we go. Like I said, I'm going to paint the pastel first and we can then stain it after the fact with the darker blue. Slowly getting better. Which version I'm looking at a whole bunch of versions. I'm kind of making my own version plus like I'm looking at like a digital painting of Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie. Looks like the Arkham Knight kind of style. Good. As long as it looks like it goes somewhere in the theme. It's Shoshified Harley Quinn anyway, right? Ooh, I'm way off cam. Holy cow. Sorry, Gatha, because I pushed that back. Good, it looks good. Okay, so we're getting the blue. I wish this wasn't so washed out. Now I'm gonna add, let me look at my Harley Quinn again. But yeah, we need more blue as we transition down. It's still light blue, but it's more saturated. And at the very end, we get into this blue, which is more the staining blue that we see. That's way too pigmented, so I'm going to rinse that out and mix that instead with my lighter blue. Hold on a second. I think nope, it's still going good. Okay, that's much better. Looking good. Let's get the ends of all the tendrils. So those look the same as the red. She's looking cool, isn't she? Okay, I'll take glasses off so I can blend this better because I need to go back into my mid-tone. This is way too dark for me. There's a piece of something on there that I need to get off. Hold on, let me get my X-Acto. There's like a little piece of resin. There, got it. I was like, that doesn't belong there. Right on the top, there's a light blue. Now with my dark blue, I'm gonna mix that with my lighter blue so I can stain again. And poking that darker blue into the crevices and onto the tendrils, the ends of the tendrils of hair. Kind of like we did on this side, but there's less of them on this side. Okay, where's my light blue again? Put that with a highlight. The blue is a much more difficult color for me, and I can't explain why. I just don't get along with the blues as much. Okay, that's much, much better. It's looking really cool, isn't it, guys? Definitely looking like Harley Quinn. Do a little bit of the staining blue over here. Just a smidge. And push that down in there. There we go. So what you could do is, if you want to try this, like put my video on while you paint yours and see if you know, you can stop and start it as you need to. I'm gonna end up uploading this to YouTube. That looks good. I want more down here. That means I need more light on the bends, right? Get those volumes. I'm like really disappearing all that brown that was on the side. There, okay. I think I like it. I think I like it. Okay, what do you guys think? I'll show you one more time here. Now I'm gonna look at chat. She does have like a blue and red ponytail holder. So maybe we can figure out how to add that onto the headband. Nice Harley hair. Good night, Rumble. Yeah, it's late for you. All right, thank you. Rid of this parent pending. Good morning, Rob Jedi. How are you? You get to catch the last bit of my stream. I'm going to be streaming for another probably 5 minutes, I think, because we've got to go catch the Pokemon movie, and normally I would stick around till 7 on this time period, but let's see, how am I going to do this? Let's do, I'm doing 50% blue, and then we'll do the other 50% red and see how that looks. Do this 50% red. Oh, I like it. That works for me. And then she's got little gems, and we'll do one red and one blue. Perfect. This is gonna be fun. Harley Quinn Investment Sniper. This is, you guys, thank you for this. This is gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna post this on my Instagram and on my Facebook, just the back, so people can guess what was gonna happen. Okay? I think people will love it. I'm gonna go in with her eye real quick. Because that little bit of eye is bugging me. Yeah. All right. Let's do our skin tones super quick. I said that like ironically because skin tones just don't tend to be that quick. And I'm gonna thin. We're gonna mix some of this flesh tone with the brown. We're gonna make layers. Let's see. Ah. Thank you for the follow, Thomas Jansart. How are you? Minnie has so much 80s hair. It really does. How are you, Thomas? Rainer, thank you. Look at that. Looking good. It's the investment sniper from Kingdom Death. And it was a pocket light that gave us the idea for this. Well, thank you for the idea, Pocket Light. Don't be jealous. Jealousy is a map of where you want to go. Right? This is your idea, so you could do it. You just need to give it a try. Maybe follow my video so you can, if you need any help. Okay. That's my first. I'm feathering it on, so I don't have too many brush strokes, hopefully. And then I can go back in with my brown if I need to and glaze that over the top. Rainer, are you streaming tonight? Because if you are, I need to raid you like now because I have to go to the Pokemon movie. I hope he's streaming very, very soon. So that's a nice glaze. Hello. Come see this.
Me?
Yep. You know who it's gonna be? Your nerd card gets taken away.
I can't. Why are you showing butt?
The hair.
What about the hair?
He doesn't know, He doesn't know.
It's under a bright light. And
It's
I can't
Harley Quinn.
That's what I was gonna guess, but I didn't want to be wrong and get more nerd points taken away.
He says he was worried about having more nerd points taken away by guessing. Likely story, Mike. All right. Let me check and see if Rainer's gonna jump on. We start in 15. Oh, I gotta leave. Nerd points deducted. All right. If you could start a little sooner, Rainer, I would love you, but I won't make you. It's understandable. Nerd points deducted. All right, we got her legs painted pretty well. And I just went right over that brown a little bit, didn't I? Get the booty. You're rushing already. No worries. You take your time. If you need to start when you normally start, go ahead, because the only thing we'll be missing is like credits. The credits to our movie. Or the, not the credits, the trailers. The trailers. Notice that I'm layering a little bit at a time here. And then I'll go back with a little bit darker color for the second, just to smooth it out. With a little bit of this satin medium in it to help me smooth things. Oh, that looks rough. That's not so good. I'm gonna let that dry because I think it was looking a little bit brushy. All right, let's go on the face here. I'm gonna take my glasses off right now. With the nose. Gonna get all those highlights. Right under her eye. Her skin and hair are very similar in color, so it's going to be a little tricky. That chin needs to be a little bit lighter as well. I'm mixing my chimeras right now. I got a little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow, ochre, a little bit of white. Okay. Might have to go back in and define her face a little better, but that's looking good so far. That's good. I like that. She kind of has the perfect expression for Harley Quinn. She really does. She's kind of got this kind of mad look on her face. All right. I didn't get the brown on her arms, but I think that actually turned out for the best. Trying to find other areas. She's got a bunny tail. I just noticed that. That's amazing. Oh, no, it's not a bunny tail. It's a purse. Some kind of purse. That's all right. So what I will be doing is going back in on her tuchus here, and I'll probably do a wash. Oh my gosh. Jotb, thank you for the subscription. How are you? 4-month streak. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Rainer. There we go. If somebody would kind of key in on Rainer's stream and let me know when he's live, I will be so happy and thankful. All right, there's another arm I forgot back there. Okay, so these paints are a little bit cakey. I think they're not really meant as much for the smaller models, but maybe I could be wrong. I'm gonna probably, I'm gonna take a little bit of this color and a little bit, this is a satin paint. I'm gonna take a little bit of it and a little bit of ivory from P3, which is another satin paint. I just don't like how skin tones look when they're matte. They don't always look that good. I need a pin to open my paint. So you guys liking it so far? She's so, I mean, she's looking a little bit Harley Quinn-ish. Once I get her outfit, she'll look really Harley Quinn-ish. There you go. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I'll use a little bit of the chimeras. So the chimeras, I think, are really they're utilized best. I don't feel like they're utilized by themselves the best. There we go, that's a good color. Add a smidge of orange to that. I'm adding a little bit of yellow ochre to desaturate things just a little bit. Okay, here we go. I like that a little better, and that way we can do some kind of skin wash or something over it. It just was looking so pasty to me. Yeah, something's bothering me. I think I need to wait here. Let's try a little wash. I need some fresh wash. Fresh wash. Oh, thank you so much, Pocket Light. You love the blues if it's cakey. Thin medium. You know, you're right. You're right. Smart, smart, Deacon. I need to finish her on stream, you think? Let's use just a smidge of skin wash. Put some in my thing there. I need to thin that out a lot. All right, got a little bit of flesh wash now. Put some of that over the top. Feels better. It's still really orangey, but I feel like it needed that. Now we can go in. Yeah, it smooshed some of that cakey, like you said, away. I almost feel like I needed to slow down a lot more and work out some of the midtones and stuff on her better. I think the trouble is that this these colors are so matte. There we go. There's some life. A little bit of life. So there was some red missing. And this color has just a little bit of red in it. Kind of reach in here. There we go. Just a little bit of pink is what she needed to look more alive. Okay. Sometimes minis hit that ugly stage, and I feel like mine might have done that right now. It looks like, oh, it looks like Rainer's live. Awesome. All right, so you want me to finish her on stream. I will pick at her a little bit off stream. I won't be able to help it. I'll probably just, how about if I just cover up some of the little splotches and clean her up real good so she looks more acceptable. So I'll take pictures of her, you know, for social media so you can take a look. And fingers crossed we'll get like a Harley Quinn. And then, okay, so Friday we're gonna paint probably one of these two guys, right? And we'll also probably do some more Harley Quinn. How's that? Not Friday, Monday. Monday, we're gonna be back on Monday. So Come and catch me 2:30 to 4. Actually, I changed it. It's going to be 2:30 to 5:30. Yep, 2:30 to 5:30 Central GMT -6. And let's go ahead and find Rainer. And then I'm also going to type, if you don't have my emotes, then you can do this, Mad Love. There we go. Copy and cut that. Otherwise, you can use my emotes. All right, guys, Mad Love. I'll see you on Monday, 2:30 to 4:30, 2:30 to 5:30. I got it right this time. All right, and I will see you guys. Bye.